Hey guys, welcome to
What's up, guys?
2020. And in our last episode, we began to dial in with you to some predictions for social media in
Wow.
2020. Hey, go check out that episode if you haven't already. We're going to give you 3 more predictions in this episode as you roll into 2020 so that you can stay on top of the changing trends on social media.
Let's
So
go.
that's coming up. Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.
Wow. So I didn't know. My name's Rashawn.
My name's Mark.
I said wow at the beginning of this because a lot of things that we're walking into for 2020, I did not know on this list. So you want to stay tuned.
Yes.
Because you may say wow as well.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
What's up, dude? So we're pulling in on these first couple episodes in 2020 some predictions for social media. We want to help you stay on top of changing trends, and we keep our ear to the ground with others who are doing research and looking into getting some real stats. So this is backed up
Yeah.
by some statistics and research of trends into 2020. And so that's why Rashawn's saying, wow,
Yeah.
we're going to look at 3 more predictions for 2020 today. I'm
True.
excited about this.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
So let's jump in. I got to scroll up here. So number 4, we did 1 through 3 in our last episode. Number 4 today, we're going to look at live content will dominate
Across the board.
in 2020. What are your thoughts?
I love live content. There's nothing like it. Like in a moment, you just go on there, no plan, not prepared. You just jump on a live video. Sometimes, of course, you prepare, but
Yeah.
some of the best live videos that I've ever seen were people who just went on there and they just began to share their heart. And that's where we go back to connecting with the people with the heart.
Right.
And then, you move forward until, you share the content, the information that they need,
Yeah.
inform them, and then practically, find a way to offer your hand as the business. And, it just changes everything, live content, especially when starting with the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
So, the past years, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live have really risen.
Wow.
And here's some stats. So, viewing hours of live video content rose 65% from 2017 to 2018. It
Wow.
was really hot in 2018. That included in 2019. So here's a stat for you. Live streaming for the Super Bowl was up 19%
19%
in 2019.
Wow.
So
Did not know that.
that means that live video is not going anywhere. I think sometimes I look on Facebook and they are not promoting that as much as other means or other strategies on their platform, but live video is still there. It's still getting promotion and rising to the top of the feed. So if you are good on live video, or even if you're not, as Rashawn's highlighting, if you can just keep people engaged and be raw and real for your brand, and you do it kind of in a strategic way where it's not all that you do, but it is a big piece of what you do, hey, that can be pretty effective for you in 2020.
So true. And I really encourage you, if you're not the person to do live video, you have a coworker or a friend or somewhere over there that you're leading that can jump on there and help with that. And even bringing a group of people in would be awesome.
That's good. So I think we can all say yes and amen to number 5 on our
True.
list, the next one, and that is there will be less fake news.
That's
So-
good. Ban it.
Man, so in 2019, Twitter banned political ads. Other networks
Wow.
are expected to follow. Increased demand for regulations and fact-checking will decrease the amount of fake news on social networks.
Love
so
it.
I think what this says, even if you're not in the political space, is that people making claims
Yeah.
about current events that are not backed up by good sourcing and are just giving lots of competing viewpoints it's not going to. Part of this is a response to people and what people are beginning to want and beginning to see through some of that stuff.
Yeah.
They just don't want to see that stuff. So if you happen to be in that space, or if you're referencing that content, it's a place to be careful in 2020 because there's just less and less of the platforms themselves that are emphasizing what could be perceived as fake news, and people just don't want to hear that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And just know if you jump on a fake news site, half the time it's because, you know, they want that traffic for advertisements.
Right.
That's the way they make their income, their money.
Right.
So that's the main reason behind doing those fake ads. So just be cautionate about where you're jumping into.
And, yeah, and what sources you're
Yeah.
drawing from as you're putting out content
So true.
for your particular brand. So.
Wow.
All right, so number 6, social media platforms will be less harmful.
Wow.
So what do we mean by that? Well, Instagram and Facebook are both getting rid of likes, something we've
See?
talked about quite a
Woo.
bit in the last
Wow.
couple months.
Yeah.
Twitter is showing signs of doing the same. And this features to fight bullying and social media addiction are being tested. So there's a real move in 2020 away from just the kind of clickbait way
Yeah.
of doing social media, and we've talked about that quite a bit here. But if you are still creating content that is just about getting a big like count and just kind of like that candy of social media,
yeah.
just get a real fast response but doesn't actually build a connection, boy, there's actually a change in the algorithm that's going to begin to push
Wow.
that content down. So you want to move away from what's considered harmful content or just clickbait content and actually get real value-adding content
Love that.
in people's feed.
And I can't wait to just see where this takes it, like, overall. I know it will be much more healthy for the people who are on social media using the platform, but also
Right.
for the creator.
Yes.
You know, to actually, hey, think about what you're about to post. Don't just do what you think is politically right and
Right.
da-da-da, or to make your own agenda met, but you want to connect with people. That's what
good.
it's for, so.
So guys, those are our social media predictions going into 2020, but we'd love to hear yours. So if you have any predictions like, hey, I think this is going to be the top, I think this is what's going to happen in social media in 2020, we'd love to hear from you in the comment section.
True.
For you to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. When you review, hey, leave us your thoughts. What do you
Yeah.
think is going to trend in 2020? We want to hear from you, and we'd love to share that on the next podcast episode.
So true. And if you found this content to be helpful to you, or if you know it to be helpful to someone else, go ahead and share this. Share this with your group message. Let them know, hey, we're here to serve, and we want to connect more with you as well.
Share those predictions around.
That's
for
it.
2020.
Yeah.
All right. Bless you guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.